Well, let's go visit some Gek. See what's up. Got some kind of achievo. I don't know what. Which one? Your freighter can be hyperdrived. Yeah. Oh, Explorer warped 40 times. Is there like much of a reason to warp with a freighter versus a ship? Because I like the speed of my ship. My freighter is effectively just a mobile storage device as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Do I have anything to do here? Not with this guy. I guess we can pick up some missions. Who knows? They might have something interesting. Collect an item. I'll just keep exterminating creatures. As far as I can tell, they just stack up like crazy, so I might as well stack as many of them as I possibly can. Yeah, the rest of these are... Oh, it's distance. Yeah, I don't really care about distance right now. Maybe someday. But I don't care right now, at least. Shouldn't have left the system where Artemis was. I mean, I can always go back to it. Okay. Ah, farmer. I mean, he's got, like, horror eyes. Do you hire a traveler? Nature's yoke drags you down? I shall help you master it. The farmer offers to join my world. Make use of my agricultural terminal. Sure. Why are all of my new recruits horrifying looking? Thank you, friend. Neither you nor your stomach shall regret it. Target outside local system. Consult galaxy map. What? For this? Or this? I'm really confused by that. Okay. Let's give units. I didn't like that. Okay, let's request help for dialect, because that should fix my Gek language. Yeah, so we're at 62 words. Alright, what about you? Nothing I can understand. If I look closely, the Gek appears to be secreting a greasy substance from their skin. The oil covers their body, rolling into the cracks and crevices. It smells sweeter than I anticipate. Should give it some privacy. Let's leave. Leave the Gek be. We all deserve our privacy during intimate moments. The fuck? Why are you in a lobby having an intimate moment? Is it just like gross debate? I don't know. Anyway, what do you want? Okay. Let's comfort the warrior. I take damage. Jerk. Okay, this is the guy I want to... This is the guy I want to talk to. Interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not a high enough rank with these guys. Oh, hello, conflict scanner. Okay, so I'd like this, but we gotta be an associate with them. But like conflict scanner, I'll pick that up. So these guys sell ship upgrades for the most part, looks like. That's easy enough. Yeah, I'd like to buy this, but not yet. But, so this is a freighter warp reactor, so we can potentially take my freighter into interesting places. I'll have to work on that later. I'm standing with a Viking. Oh, Viking is decreased. Yeah, whatever. I don't care that much. Might as well take a look at it. Can I actually... No, I can only craft products. Really don't have anything for that guy. Oh, let's go sell stuff before I go anywhere. Because, yeah, my inventory is crazy full of stuff that I probably don't need. We got all this, like, Mordite. Oh, actually, hold on. What do Gek need for language? Let's leave. Oh, he's still having his private moments. Guess I'll just ask for directions. He'll give me something. Ah, observatory. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna try and figure out what they specifically desire. I'll sell the cactus flesh, coprite, selenium, gamma root. I mean, since I can easily receive all of those things, there's no reason I should hold on to them. Okay, so let's get rid of the... Let's just get rid of everything. Plus or minus, it doesn't really matter to me, as long as it's out of my inventory. I guess I should have held on to the Geknip, maybe. Because in retrospect, I can farm Geknip if I really cared. Except for I don't care that much. Let's see if we can buy, because there's always a Megon that I could use. Also buy like a dynamic resonator. Holy shit, they're pricey. I guess that's why I made a ton of money off of it, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we want to go find a planet that actually has critters on it. And then we want to murder the shit out of them. This looks like a planet that probably has critters on it. Yeah, it's a jungle planet. Heyo! Probably got some totally murderable creatures hiding out down here. And hopefully that'll push our Gek rep up enough that we can buy that freighter thing. Not entirely sure if this is what we're looking, what we exactly want to head for. Okay, whatever. I'll get down. Yeah, one thing that I absolutely want though is like, look at this planet. This is supposed to be a jungle planet. I mean, it's pretty, but I don't think the words jungle planet really apply. Ooh, Thamium. Like, it's got occasional kind of like jungly fern tree things, but that's more or less where it starts and stops. Alright, so there's 11 critters on this planet. I'm probably gonna give it a pass. If I see creatures go by, I'll scan them. Who knows, I might be able to immediately get like 90% of them rather quickly. If that's the case, I'll scan the whole planet. Music here is really good though. This actually is a rather pretty planet. Oh geez, look at those giant crab things. Okay, I might actually scan this whole planet. Considering we've already got 7 out of 11, that's 8 out of 11. That's usually a really good sign for finding everything. Actually, this planet has a fair bit of like halfway okay looking creatures. Some of which are aggressive, but whatever. Yeah, so I'll have to look around a little bit more aggressively. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 hiding away. But like, we found most of them real quick. Ah, right. That's the other thing I gotta do. Fight them. Well, fight is a bit of a false statement. By fight, I mean murder fight. Because let's be honest here, none of these guys stand a chance. What the hell's up with him? He's got... Whoa! That's a new one. There's like some really mournful sounding songs going on while I like just eliminate the countryside worth of planets. Scanned you? Yeah, I've scanned you. Homing gets really funky. Okay, cool. So I think I've killed almost enough creatures. Any other creatures? Oh, okay, there are flyers. Music is so good. Music is so good. 65 Days of Static was like the absolute perfect choice for No Man's Sky. I think maybe that's part of the reason why I've always been so positive about it. I've mentioned this before, but 65 Days of Static is absolutely my favorite band of all time. And so having a game more or less scored by my favorite band in a way that I can listen to them for forever, super positive about all of that. Yeah, this is not a jungle world. You may think it's a jungle world, but like, that's a damn dirty lie. I thought I saw a marker saying that there were flying critters around here, but I'm not seeing any more. Well, let's see if I've got all of my my missions done. Okay, so thin the herd. Yep, okay, looks like I got a whole bunch of kill creatures and... Oh, okay. Yeah, so we've scanned everything, we've killed everything. Cool. So we can finish, but at the same time... We're almost done with this planet in terms of scanning. What I should probably do is hop back in my ship. Let's go fly off to the let's go fly off to the nighttime side, because that's my assumption is that's where they're located. I don't see anybody else, and I don't see any like birds. Oh, I do see some birds. All right, 9 out of 11. Yeah, this is a worthwhile planet to check out. This is a gorgeous world, though. I would consider putting a base on it, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to... Actually, we want to go away from the sun. This song is super good. But yeah, let's probably actually zoom around a little bit. What's with that creature's feet, though? I mean, technically it's an octopus. It's just like a weird mammal octopus thing. What would be really cool in this game, actually, is if you could almost track loose critters. There's some kind of like weird ravine things going on over here. I'll check it out. Well, like it'd be freaking sweet if you could like find like tracks or various just like signs that like, oh, by the way, there's a critter here that you've never seen before. Go find it. Okay, so let's see if we've got a any low-hanging fruit, if I'm gonna have to keep looking. Unfortunately, this is the hard part, the perpetual... Is there any other creature I haven't seen in this area? Looks like there's a couple of potentially interesting things down in this basin. So there is water. Oh, that worries me, because that might mean... That might mean bad things. Might mean I have to actually go searching for... I might have to go searching for actual, like, bodies of water and whatnot. Imagine if they added something like dune worms. See, that's the space whale shit that I'm talking about. Like, dune worms would be amazing. Like, I'd much rather go hunting for this, like, insanely dangerous creature that, like, will destroy my ship if I'm not careful. That'd be so much more compelling than run around and just look for the 2 remaining weird doofy things. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind looking for the occasional doofy thing as part of an objective. But, like, yeah, space whales, dune worms, tremors. I mean, I want to go into a cave at some point, and I want it to just start spitting spiders at me. I don't care if I'm a massive arachnophobe. That would be epic, and I'd probably die, and maybe shit myself. But I would prefer that in a heartbeat, because, like, here's a creature that I need to fear, and here's, like, an emergent activity that is worth doing. We learned the Gek word for inedible. Well. Yeah, I'm not having a whole lot of luck. There's a whole bunch of critters all over the place. I guess what I really should do is pop back in my ship. Yeah, we might also have cave creatures, but I don't think we're gonna have any cave monstrosities around here. I don't see any red dots. I could always just, like, scan rock. Thank. Yeah, not seeing much of anything around here. Okay. So it looks like there might be some oceanic sections. So let's fly around here a little bit more. At least there's, like, small bits of water. Yeah, remind me at the end of this series, guys, that, like, no matter what, I need to make sure to, I need to make sure to scrap my base before we're done. Because my bet is they're actually gonna... Oh, you're not new, really? Yeah, so we have water here. But it does not look like it's super deep. But yeah, I'm gonna have to scrap my base, and the reason why is... There's a small possibility they're going to keep remaking the planet generation over and over and over again, which could very well destroy my base. It didn't this time around, which I got really lucky about, but I heard that it broke it for a lot of people. Oh, jeez, I've got 250 people watching on Twitch, and I have no idea how many on YouTube. That is crazy numbers. That's like 3 times as much as I usually get. Part of the reason why I'm still going, I'm like, I guess I'm entertaining tonight. I guess I will do it. I will do the thing. It is nice, though, like, I'm always, like, petrified of getting really popular with a game I don't like. Had that happen before, and I'm like, no, please, I don't like this game. Like, Fury. I hated Fury. But at the same time, okay, 289, somewhere between 261 and 289. That is nonsense, as far as I'm concerned, sorry. But yeah, I got a ton of views on Fury, and I absolutely despised that game. And people were, like, so mad at me because oh, that looks like an ocean over there, unless it's lying to me. Well, maybe not an ocean, but like a body. It's a tiny body of water. Come on. Okay, this looks maybe a little bit more reasonable. I'll check this area out. Whee! Yeah, let's see what we got down here. This really does need, like, some kind of animal scanner. I love the scanning utility, but, like, man, if it isn't the most useless thing ever. I'm not actually sure if there's water here. No, there's water. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, it's like a giant geode. I want to see more shit like that. Okay, do we have any new creatures around here at all? Nope. I mean, it's halfway tempting to actually go turn in this quest and come back. Actually, let's do that for a couple of reasons. One, we might get another quest to go murder a bunch of critters, so I might as well do it. There are at least 2 fauna scanner upgrades. Yeah, but they both increase the amount of money you get. There's no use in fauna scanners if they don't actually give you anything. Or, like, they don't actually help. That is loud. Oh, these are some wacky looking freighters, actually. Wait, hi? Making noises as though somebody was trying to contact me, but it doesn't look like it. But yeah, so after games like Fury and a couple other ones, I've always been like super careful to only play games that I actually like, just in case people do really get into it. And like there are some kind of like bits and bobs here and there where people really don't like a game that I really like, or people really like a game that I'm kind of tepid on. Like freaking Space Tyrant is probably one of the more current ones. I'm kind of tepid on Space Tyrant. It's grown on me, but at first I like hated the game because it kept kicking my ass like so bad. And now that I've like warmed to it, it's like, oh, okay, I can work with this. But sometimes it's just totally incompatible. All right, we actually want to go back to this for a second. Let's hand in missions. Blech, that's a bunch. Let's see, how do you keep 2 ships? If you buy 2 ships on your freighter, if you buy a ship on your freighter, you'll keep your old one. I don't think you can buy ships anywhere else and keep them. Same thing with crashed ships, unfortunately. Hey, so we're an associate. So that might mean I can buy that that freighter upgrade. Just confirmed it. He hates games he can't beat or are hard. There's kind of a difference between games that I can't beat and games that are hard. So the unfortunate reality with YouTube is there's like a very definitive like half-life on how long you can play a game before people lose interest. So for example, what's a good example? Sundered. I've got like 25,000 views on my first episode on Sundered. And I think more recent videos have gotten 800 views. And the difference between 20,000 and 800, like, that's pretty rough to work with. Yeah, none of these are particularly good. I'll just leave them. But so, like, if a game is, like, too hard, and I'm not having fun with it, I eventually just kind of give up on it, because how short am I? Holy shit. I never really think about it, but, like, I'm really small. But so, like, if a game takes too long to beat, it actually becomes kind of a financial drain, as sad as that is to say. And so, like, I usually like to play games that either, like, people will... Insufficient nanite... Come on! Alright, let's go see if I can get a mission for nanite clusters. but so it, like, it actually hurts if I pick up a series that I can't beat, because it more or less means it just sits there until I either beat it or I give up. And, like, sometimes I can get around it, like Sundered. I actually just recorded offline earlier today. There's... Oh, nanite cluster. Come on! Insufficient rain. Okay. Let's go through here. Teleport. Okay. But so for Sundered, I just sat down and decided to record it this entire afternoon and beat it, which is good. But there's another game I picked up a couple weeks ago called Immortal Planet, which kind of in the same vein, very, very difficult game, and I was like halfway through it, and the views were already starting to dip, and I'm like, by the time I beat this game, nobody's going to be watching it anymore, and like, it is not good for my mental health to be playing like 5 hard games at once, because you can only handle so much like rage and salt and whatever before you just get super pissed at stuff. At least that's how I work. Like, I don't know how many of you guys play like ultra hard games constantly, but like after a while you gotta just take a break and move on. And like, if I'm unlucky, sometimes I have 3 or 4 like actually difficult games running at the same time, and like that's how I burn out. The reason why I can do so many videos on like a given daily basis is because I'm more or less just chilling out with half of my series. What is that? Oh no, those are just mushrooms. Okay. These tend to have nanites, which is helpful. What do we get? Platinum, come on. See, most of those 25,000 views are people that don't follow my videos and search for the game on YouTube. I've compared the second or third video. But that's, I mean, that actually makes it even kind of worse and more mercenary. The problem is, like, second or third videos tend to get, like, no views to begin with. Which, I don't know, sucks. But there are series that, like, will actually keep high. So there are games that have, like, a very long shelf life. Like, what's a good example? Pyre did. Surprisingly, Persona has managed to maintain, like, a really... I mean, it's, like, middling, but a very consistent fan base the entire way through the series. I've definitely had some where, like, the first episode will have, like, 30,000 views. The next couple will have, like, a couple thousand. By the end of it, it's, like, 500 views. And I'm just like, well, I mean, at this point, this is, like, hogging a slot for, like, a month. And I just can't afford that, because this is my job, man. It's like if you were a construction worker, I guess, and like a freelance construction worker, I don't know, a subcontractor, and you get hired for different jobs, and you've got a bunch of different people that will hire you for shit. Every once in a while, you get somebody that just pays you peanuts. Wait, I hear a Sentinel. Yes. You just get somebody that pays you peanuts, and you're like, well, I mean, I guess I'll do it if I need to, but if you're, like, already swamped with work, the idea of somebody that pays you nothing really doesn't... It's like working in a tech industry, the tech industry, and then, McDonald's is like, hey, you want to, like, pull some weekend shifts for extra money? And like, you pay, like, a quarter of all the other things. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's some of them fast, actually. A weapon charge depleted. That's worrying. Okay, we already got the resources from that. I mean, that actually kind of... That is something. Not the other day, a while back, somebody was actively, like, complaining. You know, it's like, this... why are you doing this for money? You should get a real job. You know, go get a job at McDonald's. I don't remember what, like, derisive word he used for me, but it was just douchey. Okay. And he was, like, just telling me to go get a job at McDonald's. I'm like, shit, McDonald's does not pay the bills. McDonald's doesn't pay at all. God damn. I'm saying that a lot tonight. I don't know how many of you guys saw the, McDonald's, like, employee life plan thing that they put out years ago. But it, like, actually told people to either get no health insurance or get a second job. And I was, it is getting late. I should probably stop this. I just want to get this last mission. But, like, the McDonald's, like, employee plan was like, well, you work for us for 40 hours, and then you go work for another company for 40 hours, and that way you can afford everything so that you can live. And I'm like, that doesn't even that makes no sense. That's a terrible idea. Why do people have cool jobs? No, I've definitely had people say that. Sorta. But yeah, there are definitely people that can make, like, hard games worth watching. And sometimes I can be that person, but most of the time, I'd rather just have, like, a nice, fun, chilled-out experience. That is sometimes, like, sometimes I'll dabble with something hard. Did they improve the graphics for No Man's Sky? Yeah, they added a lot of shaders and improved the textures on most of the environmental objects. So, I mean, in my opinion, they've improved vastly. Already, I'm going through the wrong door. I've got a little noisy keyboard. I wasn't even thinking about that. I really wish I could use the speed boost. Honestly, I hope they add, like, some more upgrades, like a actual substantive speed boost at some point. That'd be really nice. Okay, so I should have enough money to buy this warp reactor Sigma. I don't know if that's going to get me to blue stars. No, I think it'll only get me to 1. But still, that's something that I can and will build, which would be really nice. Ooh, this red ship looks like something I'd be interested in. The exposed neck looks a little odd. Watch this thing only have like 4 slots. Yeah, it's bad. Looks neat though. The other 2 don't even have wings. Actually, they're just kind of weird recolors of each other. That's odd. Let's see. Why don't I play Overwatch if it's all the rage? So that's actually kind of one of the interesting things. Sometimes chasing, like, the most popular games ever does not actually work out for you. So I generally try and avoid, like, the really popular stuff. It's why I never, like, got into Minecraft. I never got into Overwatch. I mean, I guess I did a couple of videos on Overwatch, but for the most part I stayed away from it. Part of it is, like, you don't want to get shackled too much to a trend, so if I became, like, really popular as an Overwatch channel, there'd be no way to escape that. Whereas, like, eventually people will lose interest in No Man's Sky, and that's okay, because I'm going to lose interest in No Man's Sky too. But that probably won't be for a while, considering they keep updating this with cool shit. Seriously, this ship looks a lot nicer than it did earlier. There's, like, some kind of cool burnishing on stuff. The textures look so nice.